DBS News. Fresh in the morning, eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
Morning. In the headlines, the Dominica Air and Seaports Authority says rescue efforts are in progress following an incident involving a missing aircraft which departed Douglas Charles Airport on Sunday. St. Lucians adrift at sea for over a month recount their ordeal. Colombia backs down on deportation flights after Trump tariff threat, and West Indies have finally ended their losing streak in Pakistan as they march to a massive win. The details in a moment.
Ho, ho, ho! Softweave has something special for you. Introducing Softweave's new Christmas design paper towel. Now this is your chance to win big for the season. Purchase Softweave's Christmas design paper towel and get a chance to win one of 9 amazing prizes. Prizes include $1,000 cash, $500 cash, shopping vouchers, hams, and turkeys. Ho, ho, ho! So hurry now. Grab your Softweave Christmas design paper towels and win big. Make this season merry and mess-free. Softweave Christmas Edition. Promotion ends January 31st. See in stores for details.
Terms and conditions apply.
Merry Christmas to everyone.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
DBS News.
We thank you for joining us this morning. I am Ivona John Baptist Luge. First off, in the news, the Dominica Air and Seaports Authority, DASPA, has issued a statement on an incident involving a missing 4-seater Cessna 172 aircraft, which departed Douglas Charles Airport at 3:46 p.m. Sunday en route to Martinique. According to a press release from DASPA, communication with the aircraft was lost after departure, and all relevant local and French emergency response teams are currently working to locate it. The release notes that rescue efforts are in progress, and DASPA confirms that the safety of the passenger and crew is paramount at this time. Further updates on the situation will be provided once they become available. In more news this morning, the Criminal Investigation Department says it has been investigating several major fraudulent transactions committed against business entities, particularly in the city of Roseau, where a total value of cash and properties in excess of $150,000 EC was involved in the suspects' unlawful activities. Police confirm that a male adult of Soufriere who had been arrested for the alleged fraudulent transactions has been charged for attempted deception in the purchase of a vehicle valued at $97,000 EC. The other investigations involving fraudulent transactions are ongoing. In another matter, a young man from a northeast community who was arrested on suspicion by the police for the shooting incident of Naryn Murphy's vehicle in Jimmet on 19th of January has been released pending further investigation into the matter. Parliamentary Representative for Cottage Roland Royer is reporting steady progress in the construction of a marina at the Cabridge National Park at Portsmouth. Construction began in November last year, and first phase should be completed in 18 months. Mr. Roye says the construction of the Marina will create in excess of 300 jobs at various stages of the project.
Enough, we are so happy that it started, and we're happy for the opportunities that it will present to our constituents. So far, I was advised that we have about 10 local persons employed, which is the initial stages, and as it progresses, we'll have about a maximum of 300 persons employed at any one time on the project. And post-construction, we should have around 150 permanent jobs presented to us from this project. It's not going to only create employment on site, but we have to look at the ripple effects of this investment, this progressive investment, I must say. If you look at the opportunities for farming, for farmers, we'll have to produce and provide fresh produce to the establishments. If we have to look at the service providers, the person that will clean the poor yachts and the other amenities on site, and also persons doing laundry services, the air breeders, the tour operators, the tour guides, the restaurants, bars, and even hotels, because persons come on a luxury yacht, they want to sit at least in one of the Airbnb hotel. So the opportunities are endless, and the persons in North and Dominica Bay Extension must look at this seriously and prepare, for the opportunities that the Marina will present. So when you pass on the highway, you wouldn't see much because the area is gated. But when you come in, you will see the level of excavation that's taking place. To your right, going north, you would see a site prepared for dumping the waste, so it can be drained before it's moved from the main site, and dredging operations, to your left when you go on. So every time I pass, I smile, because that's one project I know people from the north have been waiting for years, since the 60s, and now it is reality, and persons are very, very excited.
Parliamentary Representative for Cottage, Roland Roye. Parliamentary Representative for Portsmouth, Fenella Wenham Shepherd, says the Marina project will change the landscape of the Portsmouth area.
Even if it is one member of the family who has become employed, that is more income into the home. So where you maybe had just, a dad working, have a dad, a mom, and the others in the house becoming employed. And we know that once you have more finances or financial resources available, that you can do so much more. Some people will now become able to, build their homes, probably acquire a vehicle, probably start a new business. And this is the kind of thing that our Labour Party-led government encourages. And that is why I cannot stress enough the importance of being ready, because opportunities are always available, but it is your readiness. So we have a number of employment opportunities. We have a number of areas where people can begin, looking at investments on. And so the opportunities exist, but you have to be ready for that, whether it is financially or just the know-how.
And that was Parliamentary Representative for Portsmouth, Fenella Wenham Shepherd. In more news, leader of the United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine, says his party will embark on a series of electoral reform meetings starting this week. Dr. Fontaine says his party is concerned about 3 electoral reform bills, which are due to be passed in Parliament in the first quarter of this year.
Let me assure the Dominican public that as a party, we will not stand idly by and see this particular piece of legislation go unopposed. We'll continue to do what is necessary. We'll continue to do what we think is important to ensure that this is done. So whilst we will not disclose at this point what we plan to do in the future, but just be assured, we will not rest, we will not relent until and unless this legislation is corrected. This is a struggle, Dominica, that must be waged. And this is a battle that must be won. As part of our efforts to bring to the attention of the public what we are proposing and what is in the legislation, we'll be having a series of town hall meetings across Dominica beginning Tuesday. So for those of you in the Roseau area, you're invited at 6 o'clock at the PSU building on Valley Road, where we will begin those discussions with you on electoral reform. Beyond that, we'll move the next few weeks to Marigot, to Castibruce, and to St. Joseph, with others to follow. But just to let you know that we are taking this very seriously, and we expect that you will come out with your questions, with your concerns, but more importantly, with your support.
And that was the leader of the United Workers' Party, Dr. Thompson Fontaine. The chairperson of the Greenal reunion says a foundation is being established to assist in the development of Goodwill. Greenal comprises Greens Lane and Canal Lane in Goodwill. The reunion is set for next month.
And we established the committee and we decided to work on the Greenal City reunion. But as we were going along with the idea, we drew up a list of over 400 individuals who we could remember. A lot of our first sessions were just chatting, reminiscing, calling names, listing people. You remember so-and-so, remember that one, where's this one, where's that one, putting it together. And as we gave shape to the idea and the project, we realized that this is something we want to do now, a reunion, but there's so much more that we'd like to do. And hence came the idea of setting up a foundation, which we call the Greenal City Upliftment Foundation. And we, the members of the committee, are the first executive directors of this foundation. And in collaboration with the support of one of our Greenal members, who is the lawyer Duncan Stowe, who agreed to come on board with us to assist us in establishing that foundation from the legal point of view. Our foundation is the process is on, so that will be officially launched as the Greenal City Foundation. And this reunion is just the pilot project, and we have a lot more projects in place for the upliftment of our community, Greenal, as well as by extension, the wider Goodwill community.
Chairperson of the Greenal City Reunion, Natasha Henderson, she was a guest on Connecting the Dots on Saturday. Parliamentary representative for the Collioure constituency, Darren Pinard, says the People's Republic of China funded Collioure River Wall project will ensure that the community is not compromised during the hurricane season. Phase 2 of the project is underway.
What we have here is phase 2 of phase 2, because phase 1 involved the contractor and his guys working at the back, tying up the steel, making preparations, doing the formwork and so on, in preparation for this phase. So now we are at the second stage where we actually down on the riverbed and so on, and where we have laid down the toes and they're doing the necessary foundation work for us to erect the wall that will give us the protection we need. So we have only been at this stage for 1 week on the project, and as you can see, the progress is going very rapidly and very nicely, and that is all due to the preparation that was made beforehand. So by the time we came down here, we didn't have much time to waste. It was just get things going. So I am very pleased with the progress thus far. The contractor himself is happy, and so on. Things are progressing nicely, and we're on schedule. We expect things to like we said, to be totally complete. Expect to have a full protection, a nice wall, well before the hurricane season. And so we are eternally grateful again for this intervention.
Parliamentary representative for Collioure, Darren Pinard. Founder of the Dominica Dementia Foundation, Rihanna Patterson, has been awarded a full scholarship to pursue a PhD in dementia at a UK university. The scholarship is funded by the UK Research Institute at the University of Nottingham within the School of Medicine. Patterson's PhD thesis will explore the feasibility of technology in dementia care for marginalized communities, including Caribbean populations in London.
To me, this news feels like a prayer. It came by prayer, it was by faith, and I just give God all the glory. In terms of what I'm excited about doing, it would definitely be the clinical experience that I'm hoping to get alongside this doctoral program. So there's that, and then also contact time with people living with dementia through this PhD thesis, as it is encompassing supporting people living with dementia and understanding the feasibility of dementia and technology. And I'm hoping that after my studies, this program will aid me to become a licensed psychologist in Dominica.
Founder of the Dominica Dementia Foundation, Rihanna Patterson. Two St. Lucians reported adrift at sea for over a month in a 22-foot boat have been recounting their ordeal before being rescued by the Colombian Navy in coordination with a fishing vessel. A report from St. Lucia Times says Anthony Emmanuel and his female companion went Christmas shopping in Martinique and encountered engine trouble on their way back to St. Lucia on November 30 last year. In a video interview the Colombian Navy made available to St. Lucia Times, Emmanuel said when every effort to restart the engine failed, he hoisted the vessel's sail, but the wind broke the mast. He disclosed that they tried in vain to return to Martinique and survived by eating food on board, including codfish, rice, and yogurt, and drinking rainwater that fell in the boat. The Colombian Navy rescued the two St. Lucians near the San Andres archipelago after receiving an alert. They arranged for medical attention and confirmed that both were in good health and were seeking to get the couple back home safely. And the United States will not go ahead with tariffs on Colombia after Bogota agreed to accept without restrictions deported migrants, the White House says. Donald Trump had ordered 25% tariffs on all Colombian goods after its president barred 2 U.S. military deportation flights from landing in the country on Sunday. Colombian President Gustavo Petro had initially responded by saying his country would accept repatriated citizens on civilian planes without treating them like criminals. A White House statement says Colombia has now agreed to accept migrants arriving on U.S. military aircraft without limitation or delay. Colombia said a dialogue would be maintained to guarantee the dignity of its citizens. The White House has hailed the agreement with Colombia as a victory for Trump's hardline approach after the country's two leaders traded threats on social media on Sunday. That's news. Stay tuned. Sports comes up shortly.
Not only does it make your white the cleanest and brightest, the benefits of using Clean and White bleach are endless. The sterilizing property of Clean and White bleach is beneficial for several household purposes. Clean and White bleach has the ability to remove mold and mildew from hard surfaces, serve as a disinfectant for household items like a kitchen and bathroom area, and even your baby's toys. Clean and White bleach is available in various sizes at Fine Food. Call 617-6342 or order on Click and Collect your Clean and White bleach today. Clean and White bleach available at Fine Foods and sold island-wide.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe, and Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins, and bidets. PVC piping, fittings, and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platform for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
That's done. West Indies win after 34 years in Pakistan. What a game they had. They were down and out in the first session of this test match, but made a recovery, regained a lot of lost territory, and then had the Pakistanis on the mat.
The West Indies have finally ended their losing streak in Pakistan as they marched to a massive win over Pakistan in the second test this morning to record their first win in Pakistan in nearly 34 years. Jomel Warrican was the star with the ball, taking 9 wickets in the match, 19 overall in the series, to bowl the West Indies to the win. Pakistan, chasing 254 to win, were bowled out for 133 on day 3. Warrican took 5 for 27, Kevin Sinclair 3 for 61, and Gudakesh Moti 2 for 35. The West Indies won by 120 runs. The final scores: the West Indies 163 and 244. Pakistan 134 and 133. The second match test series ended 1-1. The two-match test series ended 1-1. This is the West Indies' first win in Pakistan since 1990. West Indies captain Craig Brathwaite.
You know, cricket haven't played in Pakistan for a number of years, but, you know, West Indies team have never won a test match for a while. So to come here to do it with this young group is truly amazing.
You talked about being brave. That second innings, you included, everybody was brave.
Yeah, I think that was important on this pitch. There's a ball with your name on it regardless of what you try. And, you know, my thing for the boys was just to believe in your plan and go there and be brave to do it. And we did that, you know, batting-wise in the second innings for sure, and it was good to see.
How will that take the West Indian test team forward?
Well, yeah, it was a good experience because when you get on better pitches and you could continue to have a mindset which is similar on a tough pitch to bat, and you keep that mindset in terms of that same planning and same positivity towards scoring runs, it will help you in the long run. So it was a good test on some challenging pitches, and it was great to see us come with a win.
A word for Warrican. He has been phenomenal with the bat and with the ball. He's been just sublime.
Yeah, he always says he's one of the best players of off spin, you know, in the Caribbean. So, you know, it's good to see him get some runs. You know, he always been out there with confidence with the bat, and him and Moti, especially in the first innings, they really set up this game for us. So it was truly amazing to see him. Very happy for him to get his first 5-wicket haul this series. I know it's been a long time. He's been in and out of the team, but he showed his class, and he's obviously here to stay.
And that was West Indies captain Craig Brathwaite. Jomel Warrican was named player of the series. He has also equalized the record held by Shane Shillingford for the most wickets in a two-match series by a West Indian with 19. The win has also moved the West Indies out of the cellar position in the World Test Championship table. Football news now. After just 3 years of existence, DSFC are through to the top league in Dominica's football as they captured the DFA Division 1 League title on Sunday. The Point Brichelle-based team took down St. Joseph FC in an intense final under wet conditions last night at the DFA Technical Center and will be among the 10 teams in the DFA Premier League for 2025. Nicole Scaria got the important goal for DSFC early in the first half, and then DSFC withstood wave after wave of attack from St. Joseph FC to hold on for the 1-0 win. DSFC coach Kunta Charles says this is a historic moment for his team.
Yo, right, we deserve it. The performance was 100p. Word to Spraga. Yo, right, we won. We immaculate. We're exceptional. We fly. We deserve to be in the sky birds.
Talk me through the key moments of the game. You guys took the early lead there. How much do you think that influenced the game?
I think that helped. That helped. Because at that point when St. Joe was chasing the game, they were making silly mistakes. Kicking it up front, long ball. So it was kind of rough. I feel we control the game in terms of defensive tactics. We lock it down. It didn't go attacking as I wanted, but the thing is, on the field, them boys make their own changes. I trust them like that, yeah? So when the captain and they make the change, as them happen in the time, they make a change, and everything will go smooth.
Defensively, it was a good game for you guys. Delbert Graham had a very big game. That's a quick word on Delbert.
Yo, Delbert, you see the signing of Delbert? Great race, man. It was great. Let me tell you how great it was there. This man been man of the match in a few matches. He had the experience, he had everything to get us there. I'm glad we're there.
Talk about the Premier League though.
Oh, we're ready. We want to play Dublin and them big teams. I love Dublin, I love them big teams. I want to play them too. Right now, first division, good luck to whoever there. I wish them luck next year. Premier, them boys.
DSFC coach Kunta Charles. DSFC received $15,000, a trophy and medals for the win. DSFC captain is Jante Kazimi.
It was a great start. We see on the early goal and we get it. With the early goal, we were slacking in midfield a little bit, but you know we have to defend for life. No matter what, 9 man, 8 man, we're fighting for life. DSFC, you know already.
How much does this championship mean to you guys? Seeing that you guys had to go through so much to get to this point and to win, how sweet is this moment right now?
It's a very sweet moment right now. We've been struggling for 3 years. They've been against us, you know already. The home fans, everybody, you know, but we fight through everything, you know, together with unity.
You have to take the next step now to the Premier League, of course. What will be your approach to that?
Well, that we will focus on that after. Right now, we're focusing on a championship and we'll enjoy right now. And after, we focus on the Premier League.
All right, key players for you guys who helped you to this moment right now?
Delbert Graham, Nichols, Carrier, Shem Delu, you know, Che, Etienne, Jante Kazimi, Jaim Angol, and you know, a lot of the guys helped us today. It was a very wonderful game today.
DSFC captain Jante Kazimi, meantime, Parliament representative for Soufriere and acting Prime Minister Denise Charles Pemberton says this is a defining moment for the community of Point Michel.
I want to commend both teams, the DS Football Club from Point Michel and the St. Joseph team. I think they played very well tonight, well disciplined. It was a great game. But obviously the best team had to win, and the best team is the DS Football Club from Point Michel. I want to congratulate all the players. They worked hard for this, and so I'm really happy for them tonight. And then I want to encourage them to continue to be disciplined on the field, because with hard work and commitment, they will continue to go great places. So congratulations to them for advancing to the Premier League.
In terms of what this says for football in Point Michel, possibly you could have 2 teams in the Premier League next year.
Definitely. As you know, we have many talented football players in Point Michel. It's the #1 sport for us. So I am welcoming both teams to take advantage of the second team is going to play sometime in next week. And so I'm looking forward to them also excelling. So we'll have 2 teams in the Premier League.
Parliamentary representative for Soufriere and acting Prime Minister Denise Charles Pemberton. St. Joseph FC meantime received $10,000, a trophy and medals for being runners-up. St. Joseph FC will still have a crack at the Premier League when they play Petro-Caribe Point Michel in the playoff match on Thursday. Meantime, DeWitt Center Mighty Avengers finished in 3rd place, beating the RC Doctors by forfeit as the RC Doctors failed to show up for the 3rd place match. Back to cricket news. West Indies women's captain Hayley Matthews has praised her team for coming out victorious in their ODI series with Bangladesh and says now the focus must shift to the World Cup qualifiers later this year. The Windies beat Bangladesh by 8 wickets in the 3rd and final ODI to take the series 2-1 in St. Kitts. Matthews says it was a strong showing from the girls in the 3rd ODI.
Yeah, pretty good. Obviously coming into this series, we wanted to be pretty successful. So yeah, just really happy to get that 2-1 win and yeah, get a victory.
Well, you lost the toss, this toss, but how impressed were you by the work of the bowlers?
Yeah, they were great. I think that's one thing that's probably been a massive positive all series long. The bowlers have been so consistent, and I think it's been so many different people putting their hands up and getting the job done as well, which has been great to see.
We saw a few shots of you there in the dugout with all your teeth on display, smiling happily. How good does it feel to see the team get over the line, maybe without a massive contribution from you?
Yeah, it's great. Obviously, winning the first game really comfortable, and then having the hiccup in the second match. I know the girls were for sure hungry to get out there and prove themselves, and they did exactly that. Obviously, Kiana at the top of the order again, and then the way that Charmaine and Deandra were able to finish it just shows what quality players they actually are.
Yes, indeed. Good to get a sighting of Deandra, and probably great for you to see her have a good little knock there ahead of the qualifiers.
Yeah, for sure. She obviously hasn't had the opportunity to play too much 50-over cricket, so it's really good to have her back within the side, but also just flourishing like today, and hopefully that's the start of so many good things.
Hayley Matthews, job done here in St. Kitts and Nevis in terms of the ODI series. Qualifiers is your next assignment. Are you looking forward to it, and what's the mindset going into it?
Yeah, for sure. I think we know who's going to be there, and we're obviously heading into that as a top-ranked team. So, yeah, hopefully we can go in there and stamp our authority and, yeah, get out finishing first.
And that was West Indies women's captain Hayley Matthews. The West Indies will now get set for the World Cup qualifiers. The Windies will join Ireland, Scotland, Bangladesh, Pakistan and Thailand. The two top teams will advance to the World Cup. Amaya Gilbert and the rest of the West Indies women's under-19 team will be hoping to avoid a last-place finish in the Super 6 stage of the ICC Women's Under-19 World Cup as they head into their final match tonight. The ladies are currently sitting in 6th place in Group 1 of the Super 6 stage without any points. The Windies will face Bangladesh in their final match tonight. It gets underway 10:30 Caribbean time. Meantime, India, Australia and South Africa have all advanced to the semi-finals of the Under-19 World Cup. 4 matches on the cards as the Sports Division Secondary Schools Under-20 volleyball competition continues this afternoon. The Castleborough Secondary School will play the Portsmouth Secondary School in both the boys and girls divisions at the Massac Indoor Facility. While at the Convent High School grounds, the Convent High School A team will play the Wesley High School, and the Dominica State College will take on the St. Mary's Academy. And in the 13 and under schools football program, Portsmouth Secondary School takes on the ITSS at the Benjamin's Park, while the Pierre Charles Secondary School plays the NECS, and DGS will come up against SMA at the Newtown playing field. And as we end, we can tell you quickly that Tilak Varma hit an unbeaten half-century to guide India to a come-from-behind 2-wicket win over England to take a 2-0 lead in their 5-match T20 series on the weekend. England batted first and posted 165 for 9 in their 20 overs. Joss Butler got 45 and Bryden Class 31. Aksa Patel picked up 2 for 32 for India. India were in trouble at 78 for 5, but Varma hit 72 not out of 55 balls and batted well with the lower order to take the Indians to a winning score of 166 for 8 in 19.2 overs. India won by 2 wickets and led the series 2-0. The third T20 is on Tuesday. Well, on that note, we end the DBS morning news and sports. We invite you to join us at 11 o'clock. We'll have an update of the news coming up at 1:15, of course, a major package. Just to remind you, there's no news at 6 because of live coverage of the media launch of Miss OECS pageants. So join us again at 1:15 for another major newscast. On behalf of the news and sports departments, our links personnel, Hazari Williams, I'm Ivona John Baptist Luge. Good morning.
The National Bank of Dominica Board of Directors invites all shareholders to Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum, Thursday, January 30th, 2025 at the Fort Young Hotel. Get informed, understanding the annual report and financial statements by facilitator Dr. Robertine Chatterton. Pre-registration is required for shareholders attending the forum online. Visit nbddominica.com or NBD's social media platforms for registration links and instructions. Join us as we mix business insights with vibrant culture. NBD's Cocktails and Calypso, the annual Shareholders Forum 2025.
Rudolph Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. .36 is the time here on Your Nature Isle. Up next, your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, would like to remind you of your Kalinago sentence for today, and that is, he is kind and handsome too. Iro Ponti, Iro Ponguti Kia. Iro Ponti, Iro Ponguti Kia. That's our Kalinago sentence for today. He is kind and handsome too. Iro Ponti, I-R-O-P-O-N-T-I, Iro Ponguti, I-R-O, Ponguti, P-O-N-G-U-T-I, Kia, K-I-A. Iro Ponti, Iro Ponguti Kia. He is kind and handsome too in Kalinago. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at roughly 6:47 for another edition of your Kalinago word, phrase, or sentence of the day, made possible compliments national broadcaster DBS Radio. Up next, your morning's weather report, made possible compliments Flo Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face, at least when it comes to your waning finances. You've got the edge, help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plans. Big Edge, cash in a flash.
At this time, we say good morning to Dervon Matthew with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather update from the Dominican Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for the 27th of January 2025, recorded at 7 a.m. The weather today is expected to be fair to occasionally cloudy and breezy with some light scattered showers by afternoon. The current conditions at the Douglas Charles Airport: partly cloudy with surface winds south-southeasterly at 3 knots or 6 km per hour. The present temperature 25 degrees Celsius or 77 degrees Fahrenheit. Yesterday's rainfall was 6.3 millimeters and the monthly rainfall so far is 139.5 millimeters. The sun will set today at 6:01 p.m. and rise tomorrow at 6:35 a.m. The high tide today will be at 1:46 p.m. and the next low tide will be at 7:16 a.m. and 9:03 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. A high-pressure system is expected to result in a relative reduction in moisture levels across the area during the next 24 hours. However, low-level clouds moving with the wind flow could result in occasional cloudiness with brief showers, mainly by afternoon. Breezy conditions will persist across the region over the next couple of days. Moderate to rough seas are forecast for the next 24 to 48 hours, with waves peaking up to 10 feet along the northern and eastern coastlines. Sea users, residents near coastal areas, and those traversing these zones are advised to stay on alert and to take necessary precautions. Sea bathers are strongly advised to avoid entering the water. The synopsis: a high pressure system is the dominant feature. The forecast for today and tonight: fair to occasionally cloudy and breezy with some light scattered showers by afternoon. The winds east-northeasterly to easterly at 15 to 40 km per hour with higher gusts, the sea conditions being moderate to rough in open waters, and the waves 2 to 3 meters or 7 to 10 feet. A small craft warning and high surf advisory are in effect. For more information about the weather conditions, visit our website at www.weather.gov.dm or call us at 266-4490. For further information, you can like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service, follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met, or add our WhatsApp channel at 618-3469. Reporting from the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Devon Matthew.
Here's a fun fact. In just 29 seconds, you can say goodbye to paper bills forever. Seriously, in 29 seconds. That's less time than this ad. Head over to discoverflow.co or visit us in-store and update your contact information now. By October 1st, your bills will be digital, easy to access, secure, and hassle-free. So what are you waiting for? This ad still has 2 seconds left, and you could have already gone paperless.
Weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
This is DBS Radio. This is DBS Radio.
It's now 18 minutes before 8. Coming up next, we'll bring you your morning's presentation of the general announcements and what's on your community bulletin board. Just before we do so, would like to extend good vibes and positive energy to Curtis and Delia Matthew, wishing you guys a marvelous Monday, sending good vibes and positive energy to you guys. Certainly hope you have a stress-free and a marvelous start to the week. And that's Curtis and Delia Matthew. Good morning. Sending good vibes your way. Up next, the general announcements on your community bulletin board, made possible compliments Valley Engineering Sales and Services and the Central Cooperative Credit Union.
Central Cooperative Credit Union is encouraging all members to update their accounts. Members, please present the following at any of our 2 branches. Valid picture ID. This could be a passport, Dominica Social Security card, government-issued ID, such as driver's license or state ID. Proof of address, reflecting your name and current address. This document could be a utility bill, hire purchase document, bank statement, bank reference letter, employment letter, or driver's license. Where your driver's license is presented as a proof of address, you will need to present your passport or Dominica Social Security card as identification. While you are at the branch of your choice, please take the opportunity to update the beneficiary to your account. The purpose of this is to ensure that upon your death, the person whom you so desire will get the proceeds to your account. Please visit our Goodwill or Portsmouth branch today. Our friendly and efficient staff are waiting to serve you.
And now, your community bulletin board.